until then.
But it is not this day.
What you got there?
A little ginger beer from Wegmans. Nice and crispy. A zesty ginger flavor with other natural flavors. That's how I describe it off the cuff.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Those are the first words.
That's what comes to mind when someone
Yeah.
just generally asks.
Yeah. I'd say it's like, you know what? It tastes like other natural flavors.
Right.
We got a little Sabres gear on.
Yeah,
Is that the old school?
beat a tough opponent in the wild the other day. So, really proud of that one. But listen, you gotta celebrate the wins.
They're putting together some
Don't
wins.
come around them too often. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're supposed to be in the playoffs this year, but hell, you
That's
win like
not
6
happening.
out of 8 or 9 games. That's something.
Yeah, playoffs
There was
isn't
a
happening. So
there was a reel, and it showed a bunch of kids in a classroom. One raised their hand and said, "Do you guys win a bunch of trophies?" And it pans over to two Sabres players that are visiting the classroom, and they go, "Oh, we tried to." We tried to." It's like whatever, whatever the meme was. It was a good bit of, Buffalo
right.
sports hijinks, something like that.
Yeah. Listen, I'm fresh off celebrating a really successful 8-9 season by the Raiders. So just trying to run that same level of high into mediocre Sabres wins. So pretty exciting.
Um, yeah, you can at least, you can't even hitch your wagon onto the Giants,
Nope.
or I mean, if you wanted to be a fair weather Eagles fan for your girlfriend, they blew it too. So it's like it's just rough. It's
Syracuse
rough going.
basketball is possibly the worst we've seen it in like decades. Yeah, no, a lot of bad things going on in my sports interests. It's really, really sad.
Could you consider what would it take to just straight up change your teams, like with no regard for like to be like? I
It's
was thinking about it with the Giants because they have such shitty drafts now and they haven't been good. And I'm like, why don't I just? I'm not I was thinking a front run, but why don't I pick a team that's somewhere fun, like
especially
like
like
I could travel to?
geographically for you.
Yeah,
Like geographically for you, it's
I
not
could see
like,
it.
man, I can't, it's the hometown team. It's like you are not the hometown team for the
Mhm.
Giants. Like it is 4 hours to go to a Giants game. That is not hometown. You are closer statistically to three other teams.
Like I think
Pittsburgh is maybe about that's equidistant.
it'd be really fun to be like a Bears fan. Like such a cool.
Would
They
it?
got the cool gear. I don't know if they're any closer than the Giants are to winning Super Bowl. Probably not.
They're
Honestly,
not.
that's a bad choice. That's a bad choice.
They're not.
Maybe like
Yeah.
the
Seahawks.
Broncos always come around. That's fun. Yeah, Seattle. They're gonna be
Okay.
good again. Like
Right.
somewhere where you could travel.
I'd
I mean,
stay
I
away
would
from
say
the NFC
Texans.
South, but I was just gonna say you could jump on that Texans one. Like if you jumped in last year, it's
Yeah.
probably awkward to jump on the bandwagon now. You'd have to I mean, nah, fuck it, do it. Who cares? Well, like I don't. The best part is we're all like, yeah, but how does it work? It's you just start rooting for them. Like I don't know who you owe excuses to. I don't know who you have to write letters to for a formal
Yeah.
like resignation of fandom and then request of joining fandom. I don't know.
Let's normalize sports betrayals. Let's do it.
I think there should literally be like you should be able to get one card where you get to switch it up. You get to bail on your team and start a new team. You can't do it again though. You can't. And I don't even think it's
I was
okay to
thinking
go
about it.
back.
Yeah. Because I
No,
was a
you can
big
do
Yankees
double
fan in high
fandom.
school.
Double fandom is fine
Yeah,
too.
you lean into that a lot. That's where
Yeah.
you do the I like this conference and this team, and I like the team in this conference, which is okay. I mean, because rarely will they ever meet, in a championship game. So you've got
The
it kind of
Giants and
both
Raiders, I
ways.
believe, have played only 6 times since we were born. So that's still pretty good. Now it's going to happen a little bit more frequently, but I'm pretty sure it's six, maybe 7 times.
Well, here's my question: in
Sure.
terms of sports betrayal, since I haven't really
Right.
been an avid baseball fan for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
If I give up on Yankees fandom, which I would say I probably already did just because I haven't really watched in a long time, I don't
Yeah.
follow it. If I was to pick up a new team this year, who should I pick up? Spring training's around the bend. Who's hot?
Ooh.
Who's a hot, fun
If you
team
really want to be a
for
piece
me
of
to pick
shit,
up on?
if you really want to be a piece of shit, a great team to hitch your wagon to is honestly right now is the Baltimore Orioles. They have a
Really?
lot of young talent, but they are in the Yankees division,
Ooh,
so fuck you if that's the route that you would go. But it's East Coast. It's like they are likable. Um, they are young. They've made a lot of offseason moves, and they just got a new ownership group, which the last owner was like a money grubbing turd. So like now people are like, all right, like the Orioles are going to be legit now. So Orioles are big that you could hitch your wagon to because they haven't performed yet, but like they're kind of what the Sabres were last year is what the Orioles were last year, where everyone's like,
like they
oh
got
shit,
promise.
watch out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
So
it.
that is a viable option. Um, I don't
I'll
think
just
you can
say,
go from Yankees to Red Sox. I think there actually is a
no.
legality thing.
I'll just say I like the Orioles because that was the location of the first Hooters that I went to in my life, in the Baltimore Harbor. And
Yeah, it was,
that's
and
as
I
much of
was
an
there
origin
for it,
story as
man.
anything else. I know. Like,
Wow,
what? Like
that's
someone would be like, "Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, yeah, this is fair. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, we were 17-year-old kids going to a Hooters without any parents,
yeah,
and our waitress happened to be from Rochester, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah." And there's the aquarium there. The harbor was beautiful. It's like, why do you like the Orioles? Fishies and titties. That's why. Fishies and titties.
Boom, and that's the title of this week's episode. Hit the music.
Let's go.
I've confused my priorities. Isn't it supposed to come to me? Yes, this is how it's meant to be. Every little thing flashing on a screen.
Are you gonna add the music in later?
Oh no, it's not playing for you. Oh no. It's
No, I
playing
just
for
said
me.
multiple times
This
the
is
music's not
working.
playing for me.
My daddy
Damn it.
worked hard for this.
Well, that means it's definitely not recording. So things are going really well.
Oh, there
I was
goes.
wondering why you were sitting there frozen.
Wait, it just started.
It did?
Yeah, it started getting paused again.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God.
You're a lion. Well, things are gonna go really well. This is gonna take
Yeah.
8 hours to
It's gonna
edit
be-
this just to put
it's gonna
sound
be a
in. Great.
great-
This is gonna be
It's
fun.
gonna be a great episode, folks. Everything's going
Yeah.
exactly as planned, but
That'd be. I mean, plus Camden Yards is like an all-time park, isn't it? Don't people
yeah,
like
it's a
that, or is
very
it
cool.
kind of a shitty park that gets a good rep?
No. The park is good. It's clean. It's interesting. It's very different than every other major league park. Um, so yeah, I mean, Camden's a cool place to visit. I liked it. Um, yeah, man. I mean, if that's the route you're gonna go, that's fine. Um, if you want, go full Baltimore, and you could switch over to the Ravens
It's
because
not a
people
bad
that have
time for that too. Yeah.
people have mixed feelings about the Ravens right now. It wouldn't be a good thing. It wouldn't be a bad thing. You wouldn't be a bandwagon rider because they can't perform in the off season, but at least you could get to the postseason pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like the perfect teams to hit your fandom to. You still get postseason, but you're not a bandwagon rider because they don't do anything in the postseason.
Could do that, dude. Wow.
Or you could, Kansas City Chiefs are up and coming. I hear they're going to be really good soon.
I know. I want to get on after their success. I want to be them for. I want to be there for the downtimes.
Like,
Yeah,
what do you
a real
think they
fan.
do next year to gain even more recognition? So you won a Super Bowl, then you won,
Mhm.
then you went to a Super Bowl, then you won a Super Bowl, then you added Taylor Swift, won another Super Bowl. So I got to assume someone from the Chiefs next year is going to like cure cancer, maybe. Like so you
Mhm.
can add in that humanitarian aspect of it because I don't know what else they can do to like become either more amazing, but also at the same time in pop culture that makes you that much more hated, which is, that's just fantastic because everyone is just
The only
aware of you and they have a strong opinion of you one way or another.
I mean, obviously, Taylor Swift has to break up with Travis Kelce and start dating Andy Reid, the coach, the walrus, for the mustache rides.
We can only hope.
And that
We can
pushes
only hope.
Kelce. See, that's how, because Kelsey's like he's really at the later stage of his career. I don't know how many more good seasons he has left, but Andy, he can coach another 5 years. She needs to hitch her wagon to those tusks and get herself another Super Bowl. That's what I think.
Now, is that what so that would obviously cause a riff. Who's committing the heel turn there? Is it Taylor commits the heel turn because she left him for Andy Reid? But that would also have to make Reid a heel. Or does that create the monster of Travis Kelce? And he's
Yep.
transitioning into the heel. So I
He
think
goes
maybe to
heel.
distance herself from the heel turn, she goes into the lovable walrus that is Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm. See, she's more like when Six, the 1-2-3 kid, left NWO and joined DX. It was like a lateral move,
Oh,
and
that's
everybody
okay.
liked it. Yeah, so
That's a
everybody's gonna be down for that.
That's a really good analogy. Like that's an incredible. You're lucky that analogy exists for you to use because
and
I
that
get
you
that.
understand
That made all the sense to me. Okay.
Yeah, if anybody here played WCW versus NWO and you watched late '90s wrestling, you're gonna love it. It's perfect.
That really calls to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen. All I'll say is like the Raiders were the last team to successfully beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and that was on Christmas Day. They were the last team to beat the Chiefs.
Having the Raiders be good to be fun. The silver and black is just too cool. Like, it just is.
That's the thing. The country wants the Raiders to be good. Like that's one of those teams where like people hope the Raiders are good in general. It makes for good TV. Max Crosby looks like a madman who escaped from a like penitentiary and then just threw on a jersey. So a lot of people like rooting for a guy like that, guy who reminds you of a homicidal maniac. People love rooting for that guy. But it works when it's on the Raiders. People are like, "Oh, if he
Yeah.
What?
Did we appreciate at the time the Raiders versus the Buccaneers as the Pirate Super Bowl? Because I don't think we really did. I think we need a
As
redo
a society, we never really talked about
we
it.
didn't. Yeah.
Right. It's literally pirate versus pirate.
Yeah. Anyway, we need Pirate Bowl too. And we need to
two
acknowledge
functioning eyes between their two mascots. Yeah. Eye patches for days. Yeah, and it was tucked in the middle of nestled in the Patriots run of the early 2000s. So like it's actually a Super Bowl that doesn't really get talked about a lot.
Nope, nobody remembers. It's like Rams Titans sort of, except everybody remembers how that one ended. That was a good ending.
Well, Rams Patriots it's one of the bunch, but that was a terrible Super Bowl. This one was terrible for the first half. Second half was really fun, went into overtime, but this was terrible for the first half.
That's true. This is our first time speaking since the Super Bowl. Now I get it. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Hot Super Bowl talk. Yeah. A week and a half later. What did you do? What do you do for the Super Bowl?
I mean, I do like gatherings, so I went to a small gathering, maybe like 8 or 9 people at my friend's house. Nothing crazy, but definitely was a situation where there was more food than humanly possible to consume amongst the people. Like that's the thing is like when you bring a dish to pass, maybe just the events I go to, we are incessantly making too much food because no one wants to come with nothing because I think a lot of people feel bad about it. But at some point we have to tell people like, you got to stop making food. Like people should be assigned dishes. The host should be able to say, you're bringing this, you're bringing this, you're bringing this, and you're the only 3 bringing food. Or like the host shouldn't be responsible to make food maybe, and everyone else can bring food because the host is going to figure out other stuff. The logistics of people and parking and shoes and coat racks. I don't know that our generation ever really thinks that coat racks are going to be available. It's more of like find the community chair that everyone's going to toss their jacket onto. But yeah, we got to pump the brakes because there's a lot of good food that gets made, and I feel really bad when there's 70% of the food left over. When was the last time you went to a gathering and a dish was completely polished off?
It's
Especially
almost
if they have to
never.
scoop it out. Right. Maybe the chicken wing dip at any given situation. Maybe the chicken wing dip
Last
at
time
best.
I went to a party where the dish was completely consumed was Super Bowl party this year, and Taylor Swift was the dish. Oh, let's go! Look out, Andy Reid. Get those walrus tusks in her.
Boo.
What a dish!
I don't know how you make tusk
Can you still
sounds,
say
but
that?
yep. That's that walrus
All
like.
right. Well, we do have a format that we occasionally dip into.
Oh, dip into. Wow, folks, the transitions this guy comes up with.
Let's salsa on over to the
All right,
screen that
Jesus,
I'm
stop
sharing.
it. Wow, yeah,
Oh
that's
man.
seamless.
Here's
I
7
really
layers of
want to
heaven
see what
coming
our
right
next
at you.
category is going to be. Get it?
Oh man. Wheel of convenience. 2 truths and a lie. Here's a truth that's unrelated. I may have half-assed this one this week, but I got something
Probably.
here. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't. I full-assed it. That's right. This is the one. Good. Do you have one ready? I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we'll go with I own a didgeridoo. I own a bass guitar. I own an accordion.
I mean, I think we've done the. I mean, I know you have a bass guitar because we've talked about it. I think. Or I think you still have it. I know you played the bass. It'd be wild if you own the other two and not the bass guitar. So didgeridoo or accordion. So I feel like a didgeridoo is something you could acquire from somebody traveling, and they just happen to pick. Oh, that's tough to bring back. But how do you acquire an accordion? A vintage shop of sorts. Get in the trades.
Facebook
The
Marketplace
old
is
squeeze
filled
box.
with stuff.
The old, yeah.
Ye old squeeze box.
I'm gonna
More like
say the
didgeridoo.
lie. The lie is the accordion. You don't own an accordion.
That is correct. I do not own an accordion, but I do own a
That would've been
bass
cool,
and a
though.
didgeridoo.
How did you acquire the didgeridoo? Was it through somebody else traveling?
Yeah, like I don't like that you like we're plotting together the exact
That's like
concept.
tale as
I
old
had a
as
friend
time.
who I had a buddy who in college spent a semester abroad, and he brought me back a didgeridoo from Australia, and I'm like, sweet. I'm like,
You
thanks,
did?
man. Like he's like, yeah, man, I thought you'd like it. I'm like, this
Isn't it
thing is like hand
gigantic?
painted by Aboriginals. Like, I don't know.
That's so
It's
big.
awesome.
How
Yeah,
often
there's different
didgeridoo?
sized ones and stuff. This one is probably, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet long.
Okay.
I don't know if it's up here or not. I don't know where I thought it was up here. 1 second. Let me check.
We can imagine it.
No.
The didgeridoo. It's like the tubish. It's the tubish kind of instrument that you tip upside down,
Yeah,
back and forth.
I don't have it in
Whoa.
here.
Or is that one? Whoa, 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 whoa.
This
Actually,
is
you don't have
one
to
you
tip it upside
play
down,
with
do
your
you?
mouth, and it's like why. Like you can make the bellowing
That's what she
sound
said.
through it. Yep. I don't know why she would say that, but yeah. And then the bass guitar. Recently got it tuned and reset.
Shut the front door.
Restrung. So yeah, been going in the basement
Holy
here and there.
shit!
Did a little diddling
Wait,
yesterday
the
and
where?
today. What's
Where
that?
you been doing it?
In the
Where you been
basement?
going?
In the
That's right.
basement?
That's what you got to call your jam room, the basement.
Oh, basement. Jeez, man. I don't again, I don't know if that's really clever or really stupid, but I am so bad at string instruments. Like it took all the confidence in the world to even approach string instruments because I always like think of like playing guitar. I'm like, I don't know how people do this. I don't have the dexterity for it. So I don't know. I mess around. I look up bass tabs. Good thing I like punk music because there are plenty of
Yeah.
punk songs out there that I can follow along with. But
Are
yeah,
you gonna get
I
into finger picking?
dude, I can't even do picking because I don't know like up and down. I don't know how to do it, so I only can go as fast as I can singularly pick because I don't know how to go up and down. But a couple Bad Religion songs here and there. I can play the
Dude, that's cool though.
bass. I can play the bass bridge of "Have You Ever" by The Offspring, and that's like the happiest thing. I can play that for like 20 minutes and be entertained by myself.
Isn't it cool to
So
play along with it too? Play along with the song.
it's true.
Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome, dude. You're doing it. You're doing it,
Well,
Peter. It's fucking cool.
you're doing it, Peter. All right. What do you got
I
for
remember
two truths
I went hard on
and
the
a lie?
guitar for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I had one for a while. Then when I moved to Austin, I like got really into it and like blues stuff. And I was like, I had like calluses, and I was pretty dexter,
Hmm.
pretty dextered out. Showtime, and I like didn't play for like 8 years, and then I tried. And like obviously, my buddy Brett, I would try to play his guitar. I was just like, it's like I never played ever. Playing guitar is not like riding a bike. You don't just pick it up and like go again. It's like fuck.
You just
I
have to
mean,
keep it going.
you can kind of like move your hands. You can mimic playing guitar, but in terms of like having the finger strength and the flexibility and pressing down hard enough, it's a
Yep.
real chore. You know. So that's cool though. Dope. The basement. Um,
So good.
two truths and a lie. Let's see. I've never watched. I've never watched
Mm.
Bachelor in Paradise. I've never watched How I Met Your Mother. I've never watched Veep.
Okay. The weirdest part is that the one I'm most confident you have done is watch Bachelor in Paradise because you're that guy that would like get together with some friends and really, really make sure that you watch it like weekly with people and engage. And so I think Bachelor in Paradise is a given. I don't think you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother. I'm going to lock it in.
That's right. Well, I guess it's two true.
Yeah.
I guess I weirded that wrong. So yeah, I've never watched How I Met Your Mother or Veep. I threw Veep in there. I was like, it's a hot show. Somebody watched it,
Oh, oh, right. Two
but
truths
you're
and
right.
wait. So what?
You got it right. Yeah, yeah. I have watched Bachelor in
Okay.
Paradise a lot. Yeah, yeah. So you're right.
Right.
Right on the money. And you're right. We did watch it the way that you said, which is like people would come over and we would drink wine about it and just watch
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's one of the best shows on TV. See, like the Bachelor shows, I haven't watched it as much in the last couple seasons because they're like, I don't know, they have almost too much self awareness or something like that, or they all know they're on TV. So it's kind of weird. You don't have the raw, drunk honesty that you'd have in the old years where people would get really fucked up and, especially on The Bachelor in Paradise, which is basically just getting drunk every night and like fucking each other. Now they're like, people come in the first days now, they're like committed to one person. I'm like, how do you even, what? Doesn't make any sense. But
You're doing this wrong. The
still,
producer's got to be
it's still a
pissed.
pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure to watch. Because it's just like development league. Like the Bachelor seasons are like the development league, the AAA, and then Bachelor in Paradise is the majors. So I watch, that's the big show. You want to watch Bachelor in Paradise is when you get to know your characters. You get to see where they've come from, why they got dumped, who they fought with, and when they bring it to Paradise, it's no holds barred. It's a cage match. That's
But
what it is.
you
So
got to watch with friends because you're watching for comedy reasons.
you do, yeah.
Right?
I
You're
think
doing
that's why I
social
haven't watched
commentary
it.
on it. And so that's the thing is like it's one of those shows you have to be watching with hopefully 2 or more other people. Like a group has to be watching it because then you can watch anything with like 5
Yeah.
people.
And it's fun to get everybody's takes on it too. To be like, oh my god, I can't believe like he just dumped her, and it's like, what are you talking about? She's boring AF. Like she never really liked him. You know that. Look at. They didn't even sit together at breakfast this morning.
Oh my god, it literally like angers me hearing this type of talk about a show.
But it is like, but there's rarely a more fun show to watch with friends like that you can talk over to. It's not like you have to be like, shut up, I'm trying to listen. It's like because you can like, cause how many shows have you done that where it's like, no, shh, I know we're watching together, but you got to be quiet so we can hear the dialogue. This you don't have to. You just get to like talk shit the whole time, and nobody really cares because you can't really miss much. But yeah, also How I Met Your Mother was like one of the biggest shows. You know, I say I
Yeah.
never watched it. I may have seen an episode or two. I know like Neil Patrick Harris is in it. I know Jason Segel's in it. I all I know, I think I know who the characters are, and also probably from internet references. But I don't know. I don't
Now ask
know.
me
I don't know what happened. I
let
don't
me
know.
let me ask
So
you
do you want
this.
to? Didn't you watch it?
Is I'm a hardcore fan. Hardcore.
Yeah, I want you to spoil it for me.
So
How did he meet
now
his mother? I'm
did
never gonna watch it.
he met all right, here we go. Turn it
All
off,
right.
folks, if you don't want to hear this part. Ted Mosby eventually at Barney, Neil Patrick Harris, and Robin, Colby Smulders, when they eventually get together and choose to get married, at their wedding, the mother ends up being the bass guitar player for their wedding. And he meets her at the wedding.
Bass guitar, huh?
Mere coincidence.
Mm.
I started playing the bass before How I Met Your Mother
Wait, so
came to
Neil
a
Patrick
conclusion.
character got married to a woman?
That's correct. It's acting, man.
What?
Acting.
They didn't have a. They
I
couldn't hire a
know.
straight actor to play that
You
role.
know.
Jeez, come on, Hollywood.
Yep. And
No
Colby
kidding.
Smulders is supposed to be
Do we
Canadian,
like
and
that?
she's not Canadian. They didn't hire a real Canadian actress
She's
either.
supposed to be Canadian. She's not.
Oh yeah, well that's like a big joke in the show is that she's Canadian.
Oh,
They play off it all
okay.
the time. She's obsessed with hockey and Tim Hortons and
Ooh, I wonder if NPH broke up with her. She sounds delightful.
it's a show. They do get divorced. You actually find that out. So
Oh no,
yes.
sorry.
So yes,
Sorry.
Robin, the make-believe character, I believe is single, but she may have gotten together with Ted because that was kind of the conclusion is that Ted always loved Robin.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Sure. You bet.
Oh wait.
You betcha.
So wait, Ted loved Robin. So wait, whoever's telling this, he might not even be married to the mom in this situation.
Not in the
Or no?
telling. No, because
Oh.
spoiler alert, this is all a story about how he's telling the kids. And why is he telling the kids? Because their mother has died.
Oh Jesus!
And so the last episode
is that known
him
from the beginning?
No.
Oh my
This is
God.
all spoiler, man.
Oh shit!
You
That's
find out in
sad.
the last episode that she has passed away. That's why he's telling this story. And then the kids are like, Dad, after all of this story, you're clearly in love with Aunt Robin because she stayed in their lives as friends. And so they're like, you should go to Aunt Robin. And it basically ends with Ted going to Robin's apartment when they're in their 50s. And yeah.
Oh good. So there's a happy ending.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Just a you know, a dead mother and a guy who always had a crush on
I was
somebody
going to
else.
say, Matt goes, oh, a dead mother. So it's a happy ending. I guess if that's what you
Yeah.
call a happy ending, sure.
Holy shit. But it's such a TV ending because, you know, like people, all the fans probably were like, you got to end up, like a Friends thing. You guys got to end up together. Like,
yeah, that's American
okay,
television in a nutshell. You have to have closure. Lame.
Wow. Well, thanks for that. I feel like I caught up on 10 years of programming. I
Well,
don't
if you
have to
ever get
watch now.
interested, it's easy to watch episodic and stuff too. Like it's a sitcom, so it's a easy watch. It still is fun. There's a lot of great stuff because I'm a huge Jason Segel fan, so I love it for that
That's
aspect
right. Yeah.
in itself. That it's such a long project that he did.
I know, and I've definitely seen a few episodes here and there, but I'd never really followed the narrative. I just caught whatever random episode of anything. It's like,
Yeah,
they seem like they're just at the bar again. It's like,
yeah. But it
whatever.
can be very
Oh
confusing
my
if you're
gosh,
like, oh, in this episode these two are together. Oh, in this episode these two are. Like it's a
yeah,
little, it gets a little much with how much the relationships in their inner circle go. But
that's just life, man. That's just life.
sure.
That's life. All
So what do we
right.
got on the wheel?
Wow.
Let's wheel
Can't
it.
believe
Wheel.
Can't believe you spoiled that for everybody. It's
Oh,
bogus,
well.
man.
You're gonna have to put that in the description of the episode so that we can do it guilt free.
Trivials.
Oh man.
2 weeks in a row of trivials.
I have a couple. I have a couple locked and loaded.
You're up 1-0, by the way, in trivia. Congratulations. Did some people like trivia? Did we catch some positive comments?
What? What are those?
Or did I dream that? I could have dreamed that. I could have dreamed that we got 2 comments that were positive. That's probably more likely
Oh, no.
what happened.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Did I have a dream that we got 2 YouTube comments?
God, you
that were
can't
good?
even dream big. You can't even dream like, wow, we had like 100 comments. I dreamt we had 2 comments.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
what
we
life
did. We
is
got
in
2.
your 40s. Oh, okay.
Look.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Pistachio Kid, who's definitely hungering, aching. He's just aching to be a guest on this podcast. You just know it, Bill. I know it.
100%.
You're aching in your loins to be on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And Gee do like the trivia segment, A+ trivia segment. So people like
Who is
things where
this?
we don't like talk about our own stuff. They just
Right.
like trivia.
Enough of you guys. I like to hear
We've
about
nailed
other
our
things that
niche.
aren't you.
Yeah, general
which is
world
not
knowledge
us.
people are in for. Yeah.
Well, this is news
Perfect.
to me.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to? Well, you get the choice. Do you want to go first or second as the winner?
I will go. I want to go second. I want to know what I'm up against. Take note of that, San Francisco 49ers. You want the ball second in overtime. So I'm going to go second. Now, your
Ooh.
categories. Now, they're going to be rolling because I'm not wasting good categories. So you
Same.
picked one
I'm not doing double the
last
work.
week. You went
I'm not
90s
doing
wrestlers
twice the work.
nicknames. So now you have 2.
Yeah.
90s athlete nicknames was our one from last week. And the next category is space.
Fuck. Damn it. Well, you're going to love my categories. Let's see. One thing I definitely don't know anything about. And one thing I could probably get a couple. I guess I got to go 90s athletes because I got a C+ in astronomy and it was hard. That was 20 something years ago. Yeah.
Let's see how long space stays on the back burner and Matt just takes every other category every time.
Dude, should we have
All
a
right.
rule where you have to, if it's on 5 times, you got to take it or something like that?
Oh, that should be. You can only
Yeah,
defer
alright.
so many times.
On the 5th week, you got to take it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Sports Center's top play. All right, 90s athlete nicknames.
See, I don't think I'm gonna do well with
So-
this. I feel like you needed to have Sports Illustrated for kids or something.
Maybe. I don't know. So I give you the nickname, you tell me the player. Now I do have this
Okay.
set up. I set up all of mine as 3 options, like multiple choice with 3 options.
Damn, I got to do that. I did not. I'm sorry.
Okay. You're a bum.
So
But that's okay.
I don't.
So I'll
you
give
don't owe
you
me
I'll
those.
even give you the sport. Okay? So you can focus.
If you feel so inclined. Okay, yeah.
I will. You let me know if
Remember
you
the
need.
90s? There were only 4 sports.
That's correct. The big four. We're not getting cute. So, first one, baseball. Whose nickname was the Rocket?
Oh, okay.
Do you want
Yeah, I got
the multiple choice or do you want to guess?
I can do this one, I think.
Okay.
Or can I? Roger Clemens?
That is correct. Roger Clemens.
All right.
Roger Clemens was the Rocket.
He got that name from
Then,
throwing a bat at somebody.
all right. Here's a would maybe not be big for a lot of people, but I think this is a softball slow pitch for you. Hockey, the Dominator.
Oh, Dominic Hasek, Buffalo Sabres goalie.
There you go. That is correct.
There you go. That was thank you, appreciate it. Give me. Oh, I forgot to do the. I want to like.
Very good, very good.
Appreciate
Back to
the
baseball.
softball for hockey.
Back to baseball. Whose nickname was the Big Hurt?
Frank Thomas, Chicago White Sox.
Wow, very good.
Wow.
That's 3 for 3.
Coming into my alley right now. I think I got a baseball card of him somehow.
Switching
I know him
over
from
to
the
basketball
supplements.
Switch. Frank Thomas reminds me to take testosterone, I think.
Takes me to take my dick pills. Yeah.
So, number 4 is NBA, switching gears, going to basketball. Who was nicknamed Grandmama?
God damn it.
I can give you options if you want them.
Hold on. I think I can get it.
It would be worth half a point if you take.
I know this from being friends with Matt Manzone, because I think he might have had a poster of him in his room. The Charlotte Hornets, Larry Johnson.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is like a full-fledged. What's that movie? That Slumdog Millionaire, where like he's on the millionaire, and he just happens to know like all these answers because of like different things in his life. Yeah, yeah. It's like a story behind everyone.
I'm like, I don't know that he's gonna get this. I'm like, and I even gave ones that are gonna be sketchy for like the multiple choice. I didn't give you easy ones. The multiple choices were Alonzo Mourning and Sean Kemp, and I'm like,
see, that would have been like those are really close, like
right
too. Like, well, Alonzo Mourning was his teammate, right, and then Sean Kemp was sort of the same type of player.
Correct. So
I think.
Let's go. Yeah. Can he complete the sweep?
Sheesh.
In football, who was nicknamed the Missile?
No idea. I guess I'll take the multiple choice for partial.
The multiple choice are Qadri Ishmael, Ragab Ishmael, Mahmoud Ishmael.
Damn it. What? Those are like the perfect choices. The only one I think I've ever heard of for real is Qadri Ismail, so I'll go with him.
That is correct. The Syracuse Oranges alumni, Qadri Ishmael.
All right, I'll take a solid 4.5 there.
Woo! Whew. I'm impressed. I did not. I did not see that coming. Ragib was also the Rocket, his brother.
Oh, really?
Ragib was the Rocket Ishmael, and then Qadri was the Missile Ishmael.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh. I'm going to say I was lucky on that one then. Just straight up.
All right, fair enough. 4.5. Good job, though. I did not think I did not think you were going to run that well. I really had faith that Grandmama and Rocket Ishmael were going to send you off. Or
I'm telling you, someday we got to be in a trivia team someday. That should be our
true.
That should be our bucket list goal. Be on one trivia team together.
Right.
All right. Do you care for last week's holdover, which was state capitals, wherein I give you a state and then you give me the capital?
That is a bummer.
Or do you care for science?
Wow, science. Thanks for getting specific. I give you space. You go science. That'd be like me saying sports, dick. Oh God, I'm still taking science. I'm not ready for. I'm not ready for capitals.
I guess in the interest of not having multiple choice, you can take a second guess for half a point.
Okay.
How about that? All right.
Sure. Second guess
You
gets
can
me
do
a
it.
half
All right.
point.
Yeah. All right. What is the most abundant element in the universe?
Oh, I hate this question because it gets asked all the time and I don't remember. I'm going between two and I don't know which one. What? Give me the full phrasing of the question again.
What is the most abundant element in the universe?
Okay, in the universe. I got it. Oh no. Carbon?
No.
Fuck. Oh no. Oh
Take a
no.
second. Get a halfie.
In the universe?
In the universe?
Hydrogen?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Take a halfie there. Take a halfie
Yeah.
there.
That's what she said.
Whew.
All right. How many bones do sharks have?
Sharks? You knew how
Mhm.
many bones sharks have?
Dude, I'm
You
sweating. Pit sweating.
nerd. For those of you that
Think about it.
are listening
Think
to,
about
because
it.
it's a podcast, Matt has a shirt
yeah,
that
I
says
lifted my
Dave's
shirt
Bait
up.
and Tackle, and it's got a fish on it. How many bones does a shark have? 96.
No.
Oh, weird. Cool. I get a second guess. Perfect. Well, if it's not 96, then it's obviously.
Well, why would it be a trivia question?
They have no bones. It's only cartilage.
There you go. Yeah.
Damn it. Stupid trick
Lean into the
questions.
trivia. Gotta lean into the trivia. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Damn it.
Yeah. All right.
I feel a little bit
What
better
is
because
like?
I did know that they're only cartilage. I had to say that to make myself feel better.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah. What is a Geiger counter used to measure?
Radioactivity.
Also like a Call of Duty question.
It's to
Yeah, I thought this
count
one would be the tough
Geigers.
one, but I don't know. Yeah. Mycology is the scientific study of what? It might be. I could give you a hint that I wouldn't feel bad about, but. And I know it because a guy I worked with, well, he doesn't work here anymore. He worked in food safety. It's his hobby,
He was a
basically.
mycologist.
Yeah. Well, not by.
Uh,
He knew about mycology.
the study of. It's not even a great base word. Mycology. Is it just
MYCOL. Yeah.
MYCOLO?
Yeah.
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 Mycology. Then
Became hot on a television show last year, an HBO show.
Study of reanimation. Actually, that would be terrible if your
Not
coworker had
not
that as a
far
hobby.
far off. Not the idea. I mean, it goes along with the TV show I mentioned.
Mycology, the study of disease.
It's the study of mushrooms/fungi. So I had a
Ah,
buddy who's like it's like he grows mushrooms in his backyard, and then he
okay.
like sells them to restaurants and stuff. And then but yeah, then on The Last of Us, the cordyceps, the
Mm.
cordyceps mushrooms shit, the
Well, that's pretty
mycologist.
simple of a name. Mycology, mush study.
I,
I
I
mean,
know,
I would have
yeah.
rather like mushcology, but beggars can't be choosers.
Mycology.
Mushcology probably didn't come to mind for them. Well, son of a bitch. Looks
All
like
right.
it's a win for you this week, but let's keep rolling.
What
I got
element
one
is
more,
a
right?
diamond composed of? Yeah.
Oh, carbon.
That is correct. We
All
go full
right.
circle here. We go
All
full circle.
right.
All right. Got a tie game here. 1-1. Got 1,000 weeks to go. This is getting tight.
Bummer.
It's getting
Bummer.
real tight. All right. Plus, just gauging. Right now we're in the infant stages of this, trying to gauge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had to
Mm-hmm.
come hard with it because I lost last week, so I gotta drop some bombs.
Totally. Hope everyone enjoyed those categories, and if you didn't, too bad. Tell us how you did in the
I hope we
comments.
get. I hope we get 3 comments this week about trivia. That'd be
Wow.
exciting.
Slow down.
I can't wait. That'd really make our day. Hey, if you guys want to support the show, like and subscribe and share and all that
Smash the share
about the
button.
trivia. Tell everybody about the trivia. And it's the best trivia show on television. It's not
Tell
even on
people about
TV.
the trivia, but don't tell them that we spoil How I Met Your Mother for them.
Wow, they really want the. We'll move on. Let's save it. I don't
Oh,
want to
that
do
was.
twice the work.
Mm-mm.
Relationship advice, wherein we just kind of have a question. I didn't really bring a relationship question, but we've been doing like maybe date questions to each other. Like we're on a date. I was thinking one we could do this week. What's the biggest misconception people have about you? Do you think?
Ooh. The biggest misconception. Uh. Hmm.
I can start since I
Sure, go
saw the
for it.
question before the program.
That would make a lot of sense for you to start.
Yeah. I think people think I'm angry a lot because I hear a lot of stuff after somebody knows me for a little bit. It's like, oh, he's really like silly or funny, and he like, it's just like it's fun, And I'm like, but that's because like at work, and I have like hardcore RBF, like resting bitch face when I'm at work, especially if I don't. I mean, I also smile a lot to people, like, but if somebody even like, if I catch a whiff or a hint of somebody like doing something stupid or not doing something as well as I would like, or I just almost just don't look in disgust. I'm so disappointed sometimes that I just can't hide it from my face. So I think that happens a lot until I talk to people, and then I'm like really interested in them and what they do and all this stuff, and I gotta work on that. That part of like, and I tell people, I mean, I'm honest too. I'm like, somebody called me, or somebody said it the other day. It's like, because I don't know what I was doing. It's like, fuck, I do like, I bite my lip a lot, or I get, if I'm mad or something's happened, it's like, but that time I wasn't even mad. And somebody's like, hey, Matt, don't make that face. And I was like, what face? And I don't even realize it, but I'm like, oh, yeah, my RBF is showing. Sorry. It's like by default, but I don't know. It's just, I'm in a natural state of wanting to be impressed by something, and it almost never happens. And I wish it would happen more. Um, but I gotta regauge my my sensors to just be like, it's okay. And I think I've gotten better at it. I'll say that I have gotten better at it. But I think most people think that I'm just angry all the time, unless I'm like cheesing or smiling or joking about something.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I have no comfortable middle zone. I'm either I hate everything or I love everything. And you know what? Maybe that's true. Also, maybe it's just the way that I am. Maybe that's all true. But
Maybe it's not a
maybe it's not a
misconception. They're
misconception.
just seeing the one side of
That's
it.
true. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Maybe they're yeah. Maybe it's just a conception. They're like, you look mad. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Well,
might be. Yeah.
make me happy.
No, but I definitely like. I space out. Like I just do. Like sometimes I'm just like in my own head, like literally just in my head thinking about things. I don't even know where I'm just zoned out. Even if it's a conversation I'm involved in. Like was it 2 days ago or yesterday? I was like I was talking to somebody and then I lost it. Like I forgot. They responded to something and they responded to somebody else and then they looked at me and I was like, it's like holy shit! I just spaced out. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened. I was like, oh, it's not. That's my bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know we're just three of us standing here. Do you mind saying that? I just spaced out. I say it honestly because I'm like, shit. It's not because of it's boring, but it's not interesting. Yeah, I already knew what you were gonna say probably, so I just tuned out.
no, I think
I
so.
knew how this was
It's
gonna
funny you
go.
say that because I don't think we should be ashamed or like apologetic for being bored or like unfocused or something. Like the person who's talking also shouldn't feel bad about sharing something that maybe just doesn't click with someone else. Like if I say something and people think what I'm talking about is like irrelevant or something, like I'm even okay with like you cutting off and just being like, yeah, I don't really care to hear the details. Like I wouldn't honestly be that offended if it's something casual, like not in a work basis or anything. But like I don't
Yeah,
care. That's okay. Like I mean, it's people are polite. I think it's maybe because I do it to other people too much. Not that I like cut them off and say I don't care, but like I do get disinterested easy. I'm not gonna lie, and it stinks because I'd like to be not that person. I feel like it comes off as me being abrasive and unsupportive, but in reality, I'm just like, it's okay. You're talking about something that I am not in tune with, and it's hard for me to stay in tune with. Um, but it's I don't think that people are able to do that with me. So it's kind of I guess I am the one that really needs to change and be a little bit more attentive and try harder to focus on what other people are talking about. But yeah, yeah, no, I'm glad we solved that. They don't have a misconception; they just have half of the conception. Um,
yeah. They're
so
just
yeah,
mostly
hopefully
right.
everyone around you will try harder at being more interesting or more impactful upon you. Give you real substance to digest. Be like, you bore me. Just go up to people and be like, you know what? Your existence
Dude.
makes me meh. Um, Me, I'd say the misconception is that I'm carefree. Obviously, I use jokes a lot, a lot, a lot. I joke about everything. Everything turns into comedy. My anger, I'm going to make fun of something. If I'm bored, I'm going to make fun of something. If I'm enjoying myself, I'm going to make fun of something and make jokes. Not like attack people, but like I'm just going to make jokes all the time because like it's all about tonality and stuff like that. So like I mock to show frustration, I mock things. So if someone's I don't like honk the horn and go like, "Hey, watch it, asshole." I go like, "Oh yeah, that's exactly what you want to fucking do." Yep, yep. I'm like, "Congratulations." I'm like, "You nailed it." I'm like, "I'm gonna drop your name in the nomination box for biggest pile of shit on the road this year, and I think you have a really good shot at winning the gold." Like, so like I get really anything that harnesses that I wrap my emotions around, I use joking. So I think people think like, wow, he's always in a good mood. He's carefree. No, I am the most anxious person deep down inside, and I'm always worried about stuff, but I just don't display it to a lot of people or carefree or like not focused on like the task at hand, and it's I am, but I'm never not gonna like I'm tired of thinking there's a bunch of situations where we have to like being serious about the situation means taking yourself overly serious too. So I think a lot of people think that I just have that I'm carefree, and that can mean either no worries, but also lack of focus on tasks, goals, stuff like that, which is partially true, but it's not entirely true. I just have a hard time committing to goals and tasks. So, um, but it probably paints me in an interesting picture. Um, and that's yeah, that's something I deal with. Because I don't think I think it's advantageous in some concepts, and I think it's really disadvantageous in others.
Yeah, I get that too. Like, what's weird because like, I guess when I'm talking about the misconception from people who think my RBF, it's usually people that I supervise, but people that are like my peers or like supervise me usually see me as like, oh, you like don't get rattled at all. Like you're just like cool and like you just like really like chill and like you never. I never see you like worked up. You're like always the same, and I'm like, well, that's because I'm pretending to be that. I'm
I'm
working.
putting on airs
I
for
work
you.
on. I mean,
You're welcome.
well, I want to be. I mean, I try to be because I don't want to get like rattled at work. Or I don't want to seem like
Oh, I
saying
get
like this.
rattled at
Oh, you
work.
don't seem like anything bothers you like at all. And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want you to think anything bothers me. You
Wait,
know,
do
it's
you
like,
want to get
I
rattled at work?
no, I don't. Yeah, nobody
Oh,
does, right?
yeah. No,
But I mean,
I do.
yeah,
I get rattled at work all the time. Every boss has seen me worked
yeah,
up about stuff
yeah.
because I easily get
But
worked
I mean,
up.
yeah, there's very few people that I'm like. I mean, I guess I'm also honest with my bosses or my coworker colleagues, like about stuff that, like, if we're in the same position or higher, like, I'm okay sharing it, but I'm also not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be there around them in the moment where I'm like, fucking piece of shit. Like, rarely. That's like the closest to me know who the pieces of shit are. That's who they are. Like, once in a while, there's
Always
a few
let the
people that I'll definitely open
always
up.
let the higher up person swear first. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
to always lead you with how far they're willing to be like sarcastic or swear or have any attitude, and you're like, I will always go if this scale of attitude is on a 1 to 10 scale. I'll always go your level -1, never go
Yeah.
their level +1. You always have to let them guide how far up the mountain of chaos you're gonna go.
The same with like, yeah, with my bother like stories about getting drunk or something like that. You can't go overboard with that either. It's like you gotta get just one under.
And
You
I
say,
have
oh,
people that
I just
don't understand
went to
that.
go get drink wine, and like, oh my gosh, we got to take an Uber home, and it was so crazy because the show is like, oh yeah, I shit my pants last night. Like, wait, what? Like, wait, at home.
I've
That's how
had,
drunk I got. Yeah.
I've had I had someone like
I was 10 feet from a
we were missing
toilet.
we were we were missing a trainee once, and he didn't sign in until 11 o'clock, and they start at 8:30, and he goes like, yeah, sorry, I went out to dinner last night and had a lot of wine, and I'm like, it's 11 a.m., dude. I'm like, when did you have dinner? 1 a.m. Like, yeah, he's like, I had a lot of wine at dinner. Mind you, this would be a Thursday morning. So on Wednesday night, he went out, got smashed at dinner on wine. And then that kept him from getting online for his job until after 11 a.m.
Oh,
I'm like,
getting online
geez,
too.
man.
That's right. You don't have to drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's like,
holy shit. I'm like,
uh,
dude, you got to be. I'm like, I am very easygoing with stuff. Obviously, with I want people to be themselves and everything, but I'm like, geez, dude, I'm like, you're making me wonder if I should report this to HR or like it.
yeah.
I mean, is this gonna be an issue with you? Like, that's the problem. Is like you've now taken it to
I
not even like
know.
sharing
Yeah.
a story. You literally are okay with it being the reason you showed up to work to over two and a
Yeah, if
half
you're not even
hours
lying,
late.
like at least lie. Hey, can we lie about this for like a couple months? Just like,
Absolutely.
just whatever.
Dude, that's
Go
my
draw
joke
your
with most things. I
grandmas.
go, you know
Do
what?
your
There was a
thing. Yeah.
really easy lie to tell, like a bunch of them, and you just
Yeah.
opted not to.
Yeah. Hey, you hear there's a pandemic going around right now, right? You should
Right.
use it. Yeah.
There has been an out for you for the last 3 years. Use it. 4 years? Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. Holy shit. Or any, I mean, call it. I mean, it's at least I don't know. In a way, it's kind of cool. It's like, well, you're not a liar. I guess that's another.
I mean, right. That's one thing down. Unfortunately, you are unreliable. So it's a trade off.
Or should you get a couple bottles of wine deep on a Wednesday night?
Right. Well,
It
yeah,
was it was
man.
BYOB. It was a Taco Bell. I don't know if it's B. It was. I'm pretty sure it was BYOB, but
It was a Taco Bell. Actually, we were in my friend's garage eating Taco Bell, but
yeah.
I mean, oh, whatever. But yeah, it's good to have conceptions of people. Hopefully, they're not misconceptions and they're just conceptions. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's work, right? You try to be yourself, but everyone's on the everyone. There's always a thing of like, yeah, you want me to be myself, but then you'll use it against me in any way, shape, or form. So never, damn the man, never trust the empire.
I know I talked about that with
Someone's always
somebody the other day. It's like you got to answer, like, because she is somebody like a friend or whatever at work is like, "How you doing?" She goes, "Oh, just super." And I was like, "That's the best way to answer that because it's the right word." But I know you're not fully enthused by it, but it's such a great way to say it. Because I'm like, nobody. She's like, "Yeah, nobody really cares." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I guess nobody really. Everybody wants to hear good, so they don't have to hear your sob story because everybody's got something going on in a way."
that's
And I
why
guess like
you
if
know what
maybe if you're close enough to somebody,
we got to
huh?
change it, man. You got to stop asking people how they're doing because you know you don't want the real answer, especially in a work environment. What you got to say is turn the books. Don't make them answer a question. Hey, so and so, good to see you. Tell them it's good for you to see them. Then they don't have to, they can reciprocate if they want. They don't have to answer and
Yeah.
lie to you. I think that's what we need to normalize. Hey, good to see you. Don't make them
Hey,
answer a
good
question.
to see you.
Carl, good to see you.
yeah. I like that one. I just like sometimes if I don't want to, I'm just like, hey, bud. What's up, bud?
Yeah. I don't usually
Hey.
ask people like, "Hey, how you doing today?" cuz I don't want to ask of me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I always say, as I've a lot of times now, I just resolve to, yeah, I'm all right. Do you want to? I mean, I don't know. Like, do you want to dig in or no? I don't know. Well, I'm at work, so
Or
it's
you can
not my
be a
favorite
real
part of the
piece.
day.
You can be a real
yeah.
piece of work and tell someone, "Just living the dream."
Oh God. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
it's gross, ain't it?
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk away from it. I mean,
Or
I
asking people
get
what
it.
their plans are. Why are you inviting me somewhere? No. Then
I like
shut up.
that.
It doesn't
How was
matter
your
what I'm planning to do
How's your
for the
day
next
off?
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was your day off?
How was your weekend? How was your day off? What'd you do? And they never get a follow up because nobody really listens after they ask that question.
It's
yeah.
correct.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I did a bunch of heroin, and
Mhm.
um,
Set an orphanage on fire. You?
yeah. Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah, soccer practice.
it's good. Same. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, just say same.
All
Just
right.
anything fucked up someone says, just say
Same.
same.
Same. Ditto. Ditto. I've been tossing ditto around lately a lot because like
Oh,
a lot of most people don't remember what it means, or some people do. So if it catches them, they like it. You know, I kind of been doing that. Like, hey, what's going on today? What'd you do today? Oh, I had to do this. I was like, oh, ditto. I'm like, what?
I've found
Oh,
myself
you
using
know,
rad to describe stuff like for no reason.
rad.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty
All right.
rad. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
not using radical.
I'll,
I'm not bringing back radical. I'm not going like full Ninja Turtles, but I've been using rad.
I like that. I'll try to toss that in this week. I use gnarly still here and there.
Now,
It's pretty
gnarly.
gnarly.
Now, are you that sounds
I
like you're
use
using it in a positive because I would use gnarly only in a negative.
I do.
Okay.
It's like gnarly bad usually, or
Yeah.
gnarly upsetting, or gnarly unsuspecting. It's rarely gnarly positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, yeah. So there's two people last night in the parking lot in their car that passed out. and they got locked in, and the ambulance came, and one of them was pretty close to being dead, and the other one was, or something like that. It's like, well, that's gnarly. That is
Did that
Gnarls
happen?
Barkley right there. Not exactly. That's kind of a summary of the parking lot stories that Wegmans.
Oh, okay. That's kind of
It's like if you had
that's
a
the
chat
AI
GPT made a
bringing
thing
everything
to,
together. That's
yeah,
the story.
yeah,
Okay, yep. I got what
yeah.
you're saying.
That's a, yeah, yeah,
The epitome of
basically.
parking lot issues.
Yeah,
Not runaway carts so much as heroin OD.
yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wegmans parking
All
lot has
right.
changed since I was a kid.
Yeah. There's always something. Always something, you know. A syringe a day keeps the somebody away. I don't know who. Doesn't seem to keep anybody away.
No,
at
no.
all.
Mostly brings
But
paramedics,
we find them.
doctors, death.
Oh, a free syringe.
Well, my luck.
Let's go. Tight. Have a great week, you guys. Strange
Oh
fam.
my
Let us
God.
know about our trivia, and hey, give us some trivia topics.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if somebody
give
wrote
us a
us
topic
trivia
at least,
questions.
and we'll ask it of other people. We'll credit you. We'll pay you
Yes.
all the royalties you deserve
Yes.
for that topic.
Yep. Again, everybody who wants to contribute to this show is in on the profits.
You bet. It's our promise.
You're all in. So, yeah,
Yep.
I promise to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the age of convenient profits.
Wow. Again, what a great segue to segue into the finale, into the song.
Then the song in it
Can't hear
Don't worry,
it.
I actually can hear it.